I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, since you're disturbing all the other customers.
What? No way.
I said you need to leave.
Oh no!
My name is Noboru Nakamura. I'm a business owner, and I run a ramen shop. My family has owned this business ever since my grandfather established the restaurant. I'm the third generation owner. I started taking charge of this business about 3 years ago. Since my father became ill, I decided to take over. My father passed away last year after fighting diabetes, and my grandfather passed away for the same reason. Because they were chef, they would have to taste test our products, and that's part of the reason why diabetes runs in my family. I know someone in the same industry who ended up becoming diabetic, so I guess it comes with the job. Needless to say, I don't want to be diabetic. I tend to eat healthy outside of work. I watch my sodium intake, I don't drink, and I don't smoke. I work out and I make sure to get checked up periodically, so I'm sure I'm pretty healthy. But then, I'd always have to taste test at work, so I'd end up taking in a lot of sodium. I got married 2 years ago. My wife's name is Maya. We met when we were at a matchmaking party back in college. After being on multiple dates, we felt that we were meant to be, and that's how I married her. Maya used to have an office job. She's recently been the source of my concern. I was wondering, but what happened to work?
Oh, I quit my job a while ago.
What? Did you quit? Are you gonna look for another job?
What are you talking about? I'm not going to work.
Huh? What are you gonna do then?
Nothing. I plan on just living the way I want.
Wait, you're kidding, right?
I'm not kidding. I already quit my job last month.
Why didn't you talk to me about this?
Why do I ever have to talk to you about it? You make enough income to feed me, right?
Thankfully, because my ramen shop has been in business ever since my grandfather ran it, we have a lot of regular customers who have been coming for decades. We've been getting good reviews on different websites, and we have a lot of customers trying us out from far away, too. We always have a long line during rush hours, and Maya's right that we've been making a lot of sales. I do have the financial ability to feed her, but I don't know if that's the right thing to just agree with this. Besides, if she really wants me to feed her, I wish she was more sincere about it.
Noboru, you said that you were willing to do anything for me when you proposed to me. That's why I decided to quit my job.
Okay, well, that's how I felt for you, but I don't know if you should just rely on me for that reason.
What did you just say?
Oh, nothing. Maya tends to be a little different. Since she already quit her job, I can't tell her to go to work. It is also true that I said I'd do anything for her. That's why I get where she comes from. I guess this was my fault. A few days passed after Maya became unemployed, but she wouldn't cook for me and she never cleaned the house. She'd even come asking me for money. At first I was giving her $300 a month, but I ended up giving her a little more every month, and now I give her $700 a month. And today...
Hey, Noboru, I don't have any more money. Can you give me $500?
You don't even work. You don't deserve to eat or enjoy life.
Huh? What are you saying? Is that a metaphor?
What are you even thinking? You don't even take care of anything around the house.
But you said that you're willing to do anything.
Cut it out! You're just choosing to spoil yourself.
Huh? Do you think I'm going to spoil myself?
You're already spoiling yourself. Look, Maya, I don't mind if you work part-time, but why don't you get a job? I'm not telling you not to rely on me. I don't know how to say this, but if anything happens to me, we might both end up in huge trouble.
If we end up in trouble, what are you planning to do with me?
I'm saying that if we end up in huge trouble, we won't be able to do anything about it. When that happens, Maya, you're gonna become homeless.
I don't want that.
You need to look for ways to support yourself then. You're just acting like a little kid.
If you're so worried about me, can I have your ramen shop?
You won't even be able to run it. Besides, what are you gonna do after you own my shop?
Can you at least hire me at your restaurant then?
Why didn't I come up with such a simple idea sooner? If Maya doesn't want to get a job elsewhere, I could perhaps hire her. That way she won't be lazy all day every day, and she'd be able to work.
Hey, can you hire me?
That might be a good idea. I'll think about it. Maya is very pretty. Maybe some of our customers might start coming more often, just to see her. How much should I pay you hourly?
I want $70 an hour.
No way. Most ramen shops pay about $15 an hour at most. I can't pay you $70 an hour.
What's the big deal? I'm willing to help you, so you should let me decide how much I get paid.
But I should be the one who decides anything about the restaurant, especially when it comes to money. Anyway, I'll decide on this after seeing how you work.
Does that mean you would potentially pay me $100 an hour too?
I can't say that's entirely impossible. I'm gonna have you work for 3 days, and I'll decide on how much to pay you afterwards.
That's not okay. I need you to decide after I work there for 1 day.
Okay. Will you start working tomorrow?
Huh? I thought your restaurant was closed tomorrow.
We're closed, but I still have to prep the soup and the pork. We're also getting a new pot tomorrow, too. Even if we don't have customers, there's still lots of things to do.
I see. Running a ramen shop sounds like a busy job.
I guess we've made progress just by having you realize that.
Are you making fun of me?
And that was how I decided to hire Maya. Today is Maya's first day working at my ramen shop. I can't possibly teach her how to strain the water from the noodles or garnish the ramen just yet. It takes technique to do those things, and I can't let her do them on her first day. So... Alright, Maya, I'm gonna have you clean first. If you could, please mop the floor for me.
What? We haven't done anything yet. Why do I have to clean the floor when it's not even dirty?
Well, I need you to mop the floor, then wash my chopping board and knife. While Maya was cleaning, I went to check the ingredients that were stored in the fridge. I have ingredients to make the stock with in my refrigerator. My job starts with checking the freshness of those ingredients. This fridge is a little different than any other fridge you'd find in an ordinary household. It's specific for ramen shops, and it keeps the ingredients a lot more fresh than normal refrigerators out there. After I was done with what I was doing, I returned to the kitchen. Hey, Maya, what are you doing?
I'm done cleaning, so I'm taking a break.
You can't bring your phone into the kitchen. We take hygiene very seriously here, and phones aren't allowed.
Why are you saying that? Are you saying that my phone is dirty?
People say that there are more germs on a smartphone screen than there would be on a toilet bowl. If you end up touching the ingredients after you touch your phone, and end up causing our customers to get sick, how are you going to take responsibility for that?
I'm sure it's fine.
No, it's not. Since you work here, you're going to have to follow the rules.
You're so petty.
Maya doesn't have common sense. I'd have to teach her everything that she's doing wrong, or else I'd go out of business.
Hey, Noboru, do you always work so hard like this every day?
Yup, but things are easy today. We don't have any customers, and I get to work at my own pace.
I feel like things were easier when I had my office job.
There's no such thing as an easy job. My dad used to say it too.
So, how much are you going to be paying me? $100? If you want, you can pay me $200 too.
To be honest, I'd rather hire someone who I don't know that might have some common sense over hiring Maya right now. But I already told her that I'd hire her, so I can't really do that. But I also can't hire Maya at a high hourly rate. If the restaurant gets busy and I hire more people, I can't possibly treat her differently from the others. She might hate me for doing this, but I have to do what I have to do. Maya, I'm gonna be paying you $15 an hour. Alright?
What? I thought you were going to pay me $100 an hour!
After looking back on how hard you've worked today, do you feel that you've worked hard enough to deserve $100 an hour?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't agree. I don't mind hiring you at $15 an hour, though. What do you say?
Forget it. I don't want to work at this ramen shop.
Okay, then. Maya was clearly displeased, but it's not like I run a charity. I can't possibly pay her as she tells me. Ever since then, Maya never helped out at my restaurant, and she went out quite often. Every time I asked where she was going, she told me that she was going to work. But I wondered where she was really going and what she was doing. She was way too dressy to go to work, and came home at night. She sometimes never came back home at night at all, but if she had been working in the nightlife business, she should have come home in the middle of the night all the time. This means that she doesn't work in the nightlife business, but the fact that she wouldn't tell me where she's going was just strange. My ramen shop became an article in a magazine recently, and my business was going better than ever. I've also been busier than ever, and I haven't been able to spend much time with Maya recently. One day...
Hey, Noboru, there's someone I want you to meet today.
Who is it? Nice to meet you. Maya brought a man who was around her age. He had piercings on his ears and his hair dyed blonde. He seemed to be a pretty shallow young man.
I decided to open a shop with him, so will you let me have this restaurant?
I was so confused with what she said, and I almost thought I'd gone insane.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to marry Takashi. We're going to run a ramen shop together.
I honestly wanted to kick the two of them in their butts, but I decided to hold myself in because I knew I shouldn't do that.
Hey, can we have this shop?
This is Maya that I'm talking to. I decided that it's best just to ride along with this conversation. How are you even gonna run this restaurant? Do you even know how to order the right ingredients? You have no idea.
Oh, I have an idea. I'm an ex-wife of a ramen shop owner. I've worked with you before, and I'm sure I'll be okay.
But she's only worked here for just a few hours. Things can get quite costly with the utilities, too.
In that case, Noboru, you can pay me a settlement.
Settlement, huh? How much are you asking for?
100,000.
Well, I'll think about it if you sign this contract.
A contract? Why do I have to sign anything like that?
It wouldn't be considered a settlement, but I'm willing to gift you 100K to help you start up your business. But I can't give it to you for free. If you read the contract and agree, I need you to sign it and stamp it. I'll think about giving you 100,000 if you do that.
Okay then, this is fine, right?
Okay. Maya, you said you're gonna marry him, right? Does that mean that you're gonna break up with me?
That's right.
What made you want to break up with me?
Noboru, you're always so strict on me. You're not that handsome, and I only married you because I thought I'd live an easy life if I married you. But you didn't let that happen.
I see. At this point, I didn't plan on spending the rest of my life with a woman like her, so I was fine about breaking up. I was just a little shocked that she didn't even think I was handsome. I decided to make the contract and get ready to have her sign it the next day. It's a contract, but there's nothing special about it. There was nothing that would deceive them either. Here, if you sign this contract, I'll deposit the money into your bank account.
I'm going to sign it right now.
Maya and Takashi signed the contract without any hesitation at all. I went ahead and deposited the startup fund into her bank account. Ever since then, I decided to focus on coming up with a new ramen. Thank you for coming! I gave the business to Maya and her new husband, but I still run a ramen shop. I was planning on moving the shop to a different location anyway. I moved to a new spot that was already furnished. I got ready for the grand opening quickly after I gave my old restaurant to Maya and her new husband. Today is finally the grand opening date. My shop was as busy as my previous business, and things were starting off well. And that was when...
Hey, Noboru!
Huh? Maya, what are you doing here?
I'm not getting any customers at my shop. Did you do something behind my back?
I would never do anything like that. I just posted something on social media.
What do you mean by that?
I don't have a website for my ramen shop. We just have a social media page for it. I went ahead and posted that I decided to move my business to a new location, and that I'd have the business closed for just 1 week to get ready for the grand opening of the new location. Because my customers thought that the shop would be closed, Maya wasn't getting any customers.
That's not fair. Look what you've done.
I wasn't trying to get in your way or anything. I just made sure that the old location became a different ramen shop.
Social media. I see. We should do it too.
Okay. Maya and her new husband left after they seemed to have an idea. By the way, the new location that I moved to was a place that my grandfather had left to me. My father had always insisted on staying at the old location, but the building was starting to deteriorate. I wouldn't have been able to pass it on to the next generation if I ever had a child. That was why I decided to move to a new location. Thankfully, I've been getting a lot of customers every day, even after I moved to the new location. I even forgot about the fact that I broke up with Maya because I was so focused on running my ramen restaurant. On a later day. Hello?
Noboru, you have to help me, please.
What happened?
Our review on Mogu Eats.
Mogu Eats? What happened there?
We've been getting bad reviews.
But it hasn't even been that long since you took over. I'm surprised that you even had customers when you just started up your business.
We posted on social media that we're a sister location of your ramen shop, and we ended up getting a lot of customers, but no one looked happy after they ate our food.
That's too bad.
What? I need you to help me.
I'm sorry, I don't have time to help you out right now. I've been busy.
What do you mean? Remember that you said you're willing to do anything for me.
That's only if we were married. Besides, you signed that contract.
Huh? What are you talking about?
It was on that contract, right? After we file for the divorce, you're not allowed to use that against me.
Was that on the contract?
I even gave you a copy of the contract. Haven't you read it?
I just wanted the money that you were about to give me. I didn't even think about it.
That's not my problem. Anyway, I gotta go. We're still in business hours.
How dare you make me sign a contract like that? This is a fraud.
What? No, it's not. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm still pretty busy. I hung up Maya's phone and continued to go on about my day at the ramen shop. By the way, we have a break in business hours between our lunch and dinner operation. I closed the shop after our lunch hours and decided to check the reviews that were written for Maya's shop. Huh. She has a 2.5 star on Mogu Eats. It's almost hard to find restaurants that have less than 3 stars. Let me see. The soup tastes like it's just soy sauce watered down. Pork was hard to chew and it had no flavor. And the waitress gave bad service. Huh. I read all the reviews and they all sounded quite harsh. When I used to run that business, I had 4.1 stars on this website. I was surprised that their ratings had gone down so badly in such a short time. Well, Maya doesn't know how to run a ramen shop, but she decided to do it anyway. We all knew this would happen. Their customers must have high hopes for a restaurant, especially since she claims to be a sister location of mine. I'm sure her customers would be extremely disappointed after having ramen that was made by some amateurs who have no idea what they're doing. I guess it's none of my business. Maya's ramen shop ended up going out of business a little bit after that. They should still have the 100K that I gave them to start up the business, but maybe that was when they realized that they were going to fail. And that was around when...
Noboru, you have to help me out. Takashi ended up taking the money and went missing. How dare he? We thought that running the ramen shop wasn't going to be successful down the road, so we were talking about going on a vacation trip with the rest of the money we had. And then...
Maya was obviously fake crying. She was making a huge scene at my restaurant, and my customers were startled too, since I didn't think this was okay. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, since you're disturbing all the other customers.
What? No way.
I said you need to leave.
Oh no!
Maya finally left my restaurant. After what happened, Maya texted me to tell me she had started working in the nightlife business. I never responded to her. She said in that text message that she's a lot happier working in that industry than working for a ramen shop. But the fact that she's texting me about it already tells me that she's probably not happy. Ever since then, she hasn't texted me once. I saw in the news that someone named Maya ended up getting arrested for drug use. But I guess it's none of my business.